Hey, what's going on, guys? The HORRORman back on Hammer Horror Month with my review of Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell.
Stop! Hammer time!
Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell is a 1974 Hammer horror production. Many people consider this to be the last great Hammer horror film. It certainly is great. I can confirm that. Although presumed to be dead, Dr. Victor Frankenstein is alive and well and has been continuing his experiments within the walls of an asylum. The Baron Frankenstein was of course played by the late great Peter Cushing. Meanwhile, the young Dr. Simon Helder is arrested and accused of sorcery. He had been dabbling in the same sort of experiments as Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Helder even idolizes him. Ironically, he receives the same sentence as his idol, as Dr. Helder is sent to a psychiatric institution. This is, of course, where the two doctors' paths cross. Dr. Helder also meets Dr. Frankenstein's young, mute assistant, Sarah, played by the beautiful Madeline Smith. The young doctor soon learns Dr. Frankenstein has a new monster hidden away in a secret laboratory in the asylum. Frankenstein has been using body parts from dying patients in the institution. Now, the two doctors, along with Sarah, set out to finish the project. But when Frankenstein's monster escapes into the asylum, all hell breaks loose. Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell is so awesome, and it may in fact be my favorite Frankenstein sequel overall. Speaking of sequels, this was the last sequel Hammer would produce until 2014, with the release of The Woman in Black 2. But I did already mention that in that review as well. I absolutely love the asylum setting in this. Almost the entirety of the movie is set within. A miniature model was used for the exterior shots, by the way, but it looks really good. And speaking of looking really good, my God, Madeline Smith as the mute Sarah. Oof, maron. Fortunately, we got to see a lot more of her in The Vampire Journals, which Jason and I already reviewed this month. Peter Cushing is fantastic as always, as Dr. Victor Frankenstein. It's really cool to me that in this film, we get a Star Wars pre-union. For those of you unaware, that's because David Prowse plays the monster in this. There's a good amount of blood and gore, Hammer style, in Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. And believe it or not, real human blood was used in the film. It was blood that could no longer be used for transfusions, that was sourced from a blood bank. Talk about authenticity, huh? I love this movie, I really do. And despite the fact that you're seeing this review now, this was actually the last movie. Movie number 30, Jason and I watched for Hammer Horror Month. Ultimately though, we decided to close out September with another review. And in just a few days, you'll find out what that is. But for now, have you seen Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Of course, please be sure to check out Jason's review to hear his thoughts as well. Which Hammer horror movie will we review next? Check back tomorrow to find out. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.